Now we will see the derivation of Ohm's law. Yes. So in your 10th grade, you would have learnt what is Ohm's law. So Ohm's law states like this. At a constant temperature, the potential difference applied across the terminals of a conductor is directly proportional to the amount of current that is flowing through it. Then we will get V is equal to IR. Now we will see the derivation for it. So for this, we are going to start with the known expressions. So this is a very simple derivation. It's all about manipulating the known values. So first step is, we know that current is equal to NEA into VD. The reason why we are writing for current is Ohm's law speaks about the relation between potential difference and current in terms of resistance. Now we know that VD is equal to E into capital E divided by M into tau. So this is the expression for the drift velocity. We have ignored the minus sign here because minus sign tells us that drift velocity and electric field are opposite to each other. But if you take only the magnitude, we can take it as E into capital E divided by M. Now using this expression here, what we get is I is equal to NE into A into, in the place of VD we can write it as E into capital E divided by M into tau. So this will get converted as I is equal to NE square A into capital E divided by M into tau. So let this expression be the third expression. Now within the conductor, when you apply an electric field, we know that the relation between electric field and potential is given as E is equal to V by D. So generally it is E is equal to delta V divided by delta L, but wherever the electric field is found to be uniform, you can directly write it as V divided by D, like how we used in the case of parallel plate capacitor. So here the potential gradient for uniform electric field is given as E is equal to V by D. Now let's say the potential difference across the ends of this conductor is V. The potential difference of the battery is V. This V is applied across a distance of L. So in the place of D, we are going to substitute L. So E will be equal to V divided by L. Since we need an expression for potential difference, we will take this fourth equation and substitute it in the third equation. So fourth substituted in third will give us I is equal to NE square A divided by M into, in the place of E, we will write it as V by L. So V divided by L into tau. Okay. So this will be equal to NE square A divided by ML into, this tau is combined this side and V is written outside. Now if you rearrange the equation, V will be equal to ML divided by NE square A into tau multiplied with I. So this is let this be the fifth expression. Now we know that Ohm's law is V is equal to IR. Now if you observe the fifth equation, then is it not looking similar to V is equal to IR? So it is like in this format. When you compare it, we can say this whole expression is what is the resistance of the conductor. So in your 10th grade, when we discussed, you learnt about resistance, the inner meaning of the resistance has this mathematical expression. So R is given as ML divided by NE square A into tau. So from this we can say Ohm's law is derived. Now we will learn the other terms also. Now if you look at the expression for R is equal to, can I write it as M divided by NE square tau into L divided by A. So in your 10th grade you would have learned this also. R is equal to rho into L divided by A, where rho speaks about the resistivity of the material. So when you write the resistance from the fifth expression in this format, this particular parameter gives the resistivity of the conductor. So resistivity is M divided by NE square into tau. So this is all about Ohm's law.